Hi everyone, it's Helen here. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. So it's a blog hop and it's going to be so much fun because we have some new tools and I'm going to be using as many as I can in today's tutorial. So down below in the description box is details of the competition where you can win one of those tools, and also all of the other contestants taking part in the blog hop as well. So all of the links for those videos will be down below, and we're about to pop into me showing you what we're going to be using today. And don't forget, if you are a VIP member, you get 10% off as well. So everything that I've used here will be listed down below. So let's jump straight in. And just before we clear the decks, this is the main stamp that we're going to be using today. This is the Bee Garden Journal stamp set, and it comes as a duo, so you get the outline dies for these stamps as well, but we're just going to be using this beautiful bee. Here are some examples here of some cards I've made using that stunning bee and the sentiments. And I also have here some gift tags using the tag here from the Christmas Words die set, and this here, which is the Handmade with Love stamp and die set as well. It's absolutely perfect for stamping on handmade, made with love. Loads of sentiments here, so it's going to be perfect for handmade gifts and also if you make to sell. Right, so here is the first tool. This is the brand new glass mat. I'm so excited to have this one because my previous glass mat is black, and having it in a grey colour, it really does help with the way I'm filming, and it's just a lovely colour. So I've done some prep work already and we're going to be doing some painting today, so the glass mat is perfect for that. So I have my coasters here ready. So this one here was made using some really thick chipboard round coasters. You can try eBay or Amazon for things like that. And here I have some square wooden ones as well, but we're going to be sticking with the round ones. So just see what you have. You can even paint over some previous coasters that you have. If you have something with a pattern on that you don't really like, then you can just paint over it with some white gesso. So I have some squeezy white gesso here, and I have one ready and prepared that I did a little bit earlier. So we're going to be stamping on that one because this one I'm going to be doing right now is going to need some time to dry. So I'm just going to squirt this gesso all over and get it everywhere. Don't worry, it's a glass mat, just wipe it up. And I have a foam sponge here, but I will be finishing with a paintbrush because this does actually leave some brush strokes. It hasn't got bristles or anything like that, but it does leave brush strokes, some lines there. So just go over, and this is going to need 2 coats. If you have any excess, you can just wipe it off. I have a bit of plastic there from that actually held some dies actually from one of my sets. Try and get it as smooth as possible, and then go around the outside as well. Now I have got a bit of excess here, so try and take that off around the edges because that will dry as a bump. Now these coasters are absolutely perfect for making for yourself, to changing with the season, so you can make coasters for different seasons. These make perfect little gifts as well to give away to family and friends, and even making to selling. Okay, I'm just going to finish that off with, I've just got a brush here, just going to add a bit of paint to that, and as you can see that kind of gets rid of those lines, makes it a lot smoother. There we go. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside on a bit of tissue paper. Once that has dried, I'm going to do this one more time. You can do it 3 times if you want to. Now this one here has had 2 goes, and that is now ready to stamp on. So don't forget, get a baby wipe or a cloth, wipe everything up as you go along. Okay, so let's get stamping on our little white circle here. So I can't remember if I mentioned stays on. I've just realised you should probably not use stays on because these are alcohol markers. This is also alcohol based, so we need to use a water based ink pad, so I'm going to go with the VersaFine Onyx Black. I know I will get a really good juicy print from this, so let's just mount this onto our clear block. I can already tell that is going to give us a really good dark colour. And then just simply stamp that on. Whilst I lift that up, I'm going to put my finger up there just to hold down the mat and then lift that up. How pretty is that? That is stunning just as it is without it being coloured in. So I'm just going to give that a few moments just to dry off. I can see there the ink is still shiny, so you can get your heat tool in just to help that speed up, or you can go and clean your brushes while that dries. Okay, so now we're ready to colour this bee in. So I'm going to be using brand new marker pens from Creative Craft Products. These are part of the tool release, and I've taken out some of the yellows already. There's 80 in there. There's an absolute ton of colours to choose from, and I've grabbed all the yellows. As you can see, they are in a good number order as well. So what I'll probably do is take all of these out and put them back in the number order, and then I'll have all of the shades and the hues in a really good place there to choose from. And I think I'm going to go for melon yellow. I've done a little tester here, which is 33. I've also done some blending as well, just to see how the colours work together. They blend really nicely. That's much better. Right, so let's grab our pen. What did we choose? 33. Where'd I put it? Yay, here it is. Right, so we're just going to carefully colour in all of these patches here where it's going to be where the yellow patches are. Okay, so that is now done. That's still sort of drying off. So on the bottom here, let's turn that over carefully. You can get some black card or any card that you want. You can even get sticky backed cork sheets as well. Just cut a circle out and stick that on the back there just to cover the back. Same for this one as well. Make sure it's square, and then you can use a corner rounder to round the corners to make that fit that one. And you can leave it plain, but what we're going to do is we're going to take this up another notch, and we're going to add some inking around the edges. So I'm going to go with Vintage Photo, and I'm going to be using the new flat top blending brushes. Now, I haven't used these before, so I am looking forward to it. I am actually going to try a little bit on a piece of paper first, just as a practice. Now, these have a little container that they slot into just to keep them safe from marking other projects, so it kind of keeps the ink off. And this is now going to be my Vintage Photo brush. I do have walnut stain. I think my Vintage Photo is drying out a bit, so let's have a look. Okay, that's really nice. So I'm starting off the brush on the glass mat, otherwise I might get a little bit of a heavier area here. So I'm starting on the mat and brushing then onto the card. Okay, I think that's enough practice. Just had to know what the personality was of this brush, and then I'm just going to quickly wipe that up because I've made a mess. How lovely is that? And I do actually want to get these edges here also inked, so you can also run that across there. Not sure if that's being picked up, but you can run that across your pad just to get dark edges. Okay, so the key is definitely to try and keep your fingers clean while you're working with this, because you can get thumbprints and other bits and bobs onto your image, which isn't fun if you have to start again if you ruin it. So just be very careful not to get any fingerprints on the image. Okay, there we go. That's going to need a good time to dry now, because there's quite a lot of ink on the edge of this. You can always take your pad to the edge as well. Again, this is optional. If you prefer the white edge, just keep it as white. So just leave that now just to dry off. Give it maybe even an hour just to make sure it's fully dry. And then after that, we need to seal it, because this is going to be for drinks. So we kind of want it sealed from moisture, spillages, and things like that. So the best thing I can recommend is a spray varnish, like a clear gloss or clear matte. I have used clear matte spray, 2 coats on these ones. As you can see, there's a little bit of a sheen on those, so they're not glossy. I would definitely avoid using Mod Podge, because that I've tried that with coasters before, and I found that when I put a hot drink on a Mod Podged coaster, it kind of melts slightly under the hot drink around the rim of the base of the cup, and when you lift up your cup, your coaster is stuck to the bottom. So I would definitely avoid Mod Podge. Use a spray clear varnish. Go to a well ventilated area, do it in the garden or your front doorstep, give it a good spray, leave it to dry, do it, repeat it again one more, and then you have a nice sealed coaster. Okay, so that is today's project. Don't forget, if you're a VIP, you get 10% off. Don't forget also all the details of the competition and how to enter for these brand new tools, how you can win one of them. That information will be linked down below, and also the products that I have used here today will also be linked down below as well. And don't forget to blog hop onto the other videos. I really cannot wait. I have no idea what the others are making, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you again next time.